right, everybody. Welcome back to the PRPL Podcast. This is your host, Austin Eisert. Hope you're doing well out there today. I'm not doing so bad myself. It is Friday. Joining me, as always, today in the booth, my co-hosts, Griffin and Mike Fletcher. Boys, how we feeling today?
You take it, Dad.
Oh, Griff, you know how I'm feeling today. I've been waiting since we started this podcast to do this one. This, guys, you all know this is probably, other than Goodfellas and Tombstone, this is probably my favorite.
Wow,
guys,
you saying that over Shawshank?
Well, okay, all right. There's probably 8 to 10 of them, but this one is just one I'm just fired up, guys. This is one that I cannot wait to get rolling with it. It's so over the top. Austin and I talked earlier this week. It's so over the top, but it just shows, that Travolta, Nick Cage, just how great these guys can carry a movie that if we had two other actors might have been just a flop. Let's be honest.
Let's not say might either. This
these
one
two,
is good. This one is a flop if those guys aren't in it.
Oh my God. They're so
Well, tell
good.
us what movie it is, Mike. This is your pick,
absolutely.
so go ahead and
how about
lay out the
Face
spiel.
Off? This Face-Off, Johnwoo movie. I mean, this is one you get the slow motion with me. I mean, it is just so cool, the slow motion that they do. I love my
making
pistols.
sparks when they hit everything,
and the pistols that he, the goat. I mean, I just watched all the James Bonds on Netflix, and here we got Golden Guns. Yeah. I mean, those are 1911.
Hell, everyone's got two guns, just about two,
Yeah, and man, they are firing away too. So I mean, it's a great bang bang movie, absolutely.
Well, yeah, just tell us a little bit about this movie, what it means to you and everything like that, since it is your pick.
Guys, this movie, to me, this is one, again, probably, well, no, there's no doubt. I think we all determined, for everybody that's listened, that I am not Father of the Year. But this is one that I had out on the boat for the kids. I thought that we could watch. Come to find out, this probably isn't the best movie for kids. But, you've got great stars. I mean, you got my man, Nick Cage. You got my man, John Travolta, Gina Gershon. I mean, gosh, she's still beautiful. Take a look at her now. I mean, I just happened to watch a movie last night, guys, that it's a series on Netflix. It's JFK Jr. and Pollux, his brother, plays Calvin Klein in it. So, I mean, it was like, I kept going, I know that guy. My wife's like, would you be quiet? And I went, hang on, it's Pollux Troy, Angela. And then, then you got Joan Allen and you got Dominique Swain. I mean, she's just a kid. And guess who else we got, boys? How about Danny Masterson? We find out later on he gets his ass kicked in this by Travolta, which is great.
Well, let's not say that one with an enthusiasm. That cat is not the greatest dude in. Yeesh, man. You talk about the scene that they have in here. Very fitting. And
Austin, I thought the same thing. I figured
it was a bit icky. There's a couple of those in here, and there's some rough patches in this.
Well, they handle it pretty quickly. I don't think there's any excuse in the film. I mean, the guy gets ripped out of the car, and then thrown over the hood. I think.
Well, I think even to the Castor Troy scene where he is technically in that moment Jamie's father, and he's like, "Oh, the plot thickens," and that's a young girl, and he's sniffing up on her. It's like, God, this is. I was getting icked the fuck out right there.
Thank goodness he grabbed a cigarette and said, Papa's got
I think the damage had maybe already been done.
Yeah, it was, again. Hey, don't hold that against my movie now. My God, come on. This is one of my favorites.
Well, I was going to say, you put your balls on the line, much like this movie, and said it's one of your favorites of all time. So,
hey, man.
You got to make those amends, Mike.
Well, when we get into our favorite lines, I will make amends. How about that?
Yeah. Well, all right, here we go. Face Off comes out June 19th of 1997. Our log line here right in front To foil a terrorist plot, an FBI agent assumes the identity of the criminal who murdered his son via facial transplant surgery. But the crook wakes up prematurely and vows revenge. Directed, as we already mentioned, johnwoo, starring Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. A little bit on the box office side of things and reception. This movie does really well, man. $80 million budget. 240.
It didn't take much to please us back in the 90s, Austin.
200. Well, it's incredible to think because, watching this movie, and you mentioned you had this out on the boat. I saw this movie for the first time and only time on the boat, and I was probably about 5 years old. I'll be honest. And man, I would not expect this movie to perform well. I would not expect this movie to rate well, but all of those things it does. It comes away from the box office worldwide, $245.7 million. That's just incredible. IMDb has it at a 7.3, Rotten Tomatoes at a sky-high 93%. And Letterboxd with a 3.6. It does get nominated for an Oscar as well. Just one. Wow. Does not win. Sound effects editing. So just a technical award there.
Did you see this one in theaters, Dad?
Absolutely, I did. This is one I know my brother and my mom, we went to go see this. Again, we were and still are. I'm still a huge Nick Cage fan, but I'm a huge John Travolta fan, guys. I mean, he was really he was the guy back in the 80s. He made a comeback. We've already talked about that with the Tarantino movie where he made a huge comeback.
Pulp Fiction,
I mean,
Pulp Fiction was one of our. I mean, people loved that, man. So,
oh man, but he's such a good actor, and he just kind of fell off the face of the earth after the Saturday Night, Fever and the Staying Alive and Grease and all. It just kind of it dipped, but man, he made a comeback as we see in these couple of movies.
Yeah, and he does a great job in this role. There's a little bit of his Pulp Fiction character in this, to a degree, you could say. Yeah. Some of the running, gunning, maybe, and some of the comedic elements to it. Even some of his dialogue and just how he gives his lines, that kind of the word. So he's kind of an interesting fellow to see, and I know that wig was going back on him too. I don't know what they did to help him out, but they made him a little thicker than what he is.
Both these characters, when they were taking the faces off, I was laughing so hard thinking about it. At the time I did, but both these men are bald. I mean, and both
of them aren't at the same time now too. That's Hollywood for you.
Well, that's Hollywood. I mean, everybody. I mean, all you got to do is go back into the 80s, 90s and see them thinning, and then look. Hey, they don't look like this cat. This is all thinning.
Hey, it's not a bad place to be. We got bald brethren. Ask Jason Statham. He's one of us too. We just saw
he's one of us.
Shelter yesterday for all the folks back home listening. But 1997, a nice year in movies as well. At the box office, or not at the box office, but at the Oscars, it's the Titanic year that gets nominated for 14 wins, 11 of them. But also here, and this is how I'm going to tie in our previous episode. One of my Letterboxd top 4 comes out in 1997. Care to take a guess, fellas?
Letterboxd top 4?
My top 4 favorite movies of all time.
I've
mentioned it on it. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, comes out. So that's in my top 4, and how I'm tying that into last episode is that, Return of the King is in my top 4 as well. So Lord of the Rings, that trilogy. There we go. I told you guys how to be doing that. There it is. Another one here, Good Will Hunting comes out. So Robin Williams also gets his best supporting actor in that. Love That Cat. LA Confidential, Jackie Brown. So there's Tarantino, Boogie Nights, Hercules, Men in Black. So a nice little year in movies as well there. But here we go. Let's do this as well. I'm going to give you guys my things I like and the things I didn't like about this one in my rating, and I'll get you all's rating, and we'll keep on moving around here. Things I liked. Nicolas Cage, John Travolta, dynamic duo, carry this entire thing, and they need to, because here's something I didn't like. All the other characters pretty much suck ass. There's not any of them that are that distinguishable. You get Pollux, but Not much from him, to be honest. You don't care about any of the other agency folk he's working with, that being Archer. His daughter, kind of a meh character, whatever. His wife, do you really love her that much? Maybe, Mike, maybe you do, but I just felt myself not very interested in any of the other characters. Sasha, Dietrich's, the other, villains along with it. They're just very basic copy paste characters in this one for me. I think without John Travolta and Nick Cage, there's no one else that's really that interesting or fascinating in this movie. So that's one thing I didn't like. The biggest thing in this movie is just the utter insanity. Goes balls to the wall, unapologetically what it is, and you gotta love it for that. Because this movie is one of those we mentioned on a previous episode, or I did, that it was a song sung blue. Let's call in Nick Cage because this movie's middling, and let's burn this motherfucker to the ground. And that's what this movie is. It is utter insanity. They went to it, burn it to the ground, and you walk out of there. God, that shit was terrible, but I loved it. When can I see it again? Give me another ticket. So that's and that also perfectly encapsulates a lot of what we love about Nicolas Cage. And that, I don't mean that as a dig either. It's just the character he is, and I think he plays into that. I saw multiples of characters of him throughout the year. When he grabs John Travolta, who is Castor Troy, by the neck, he's like, die, die. Those are the noises he makes in Kick-Ass when he's on fire. Same exact noises. There's another scene when he jumps off the helipad. That's right from National Treasure, or National Treasure took that, where he dives into the water as well. So kind of some funny bits there. So I think anything outside of just the utter insanity, the story is not that awesome. I think all the emotional beats don't work. They just don't really happen. I don't think that's what you're here for. And I don't think it really accomplishes that. Just he lost his child, sure. But do you ever get that emotional about this whole thing? Maybe the last bit when he takes in the kid, but even that feels a little cornball-y. That's not what you're here for in this movie. So if I got to give last one here, just the face touch throughout this thing, just like that face touch that John Travolta's character, it's like, God, they overkilled that one. That's a rough one to play over at least, a couple times, and they did it at least 10 in this thing. So 5 out of 5 star on the utter insanity scale, the Nicolas Cage scale. But if I have to give it, just a pure rating, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
3.
It was very entertaining, but it is not an impeccable movie by any means for me. Now I'll send it your way, Mike.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man, gosh, that's hard to find. Austin, I disagree. There were some characters. Again, I thought Sasha. I mean, again, Gina Gershwin. She's gorgeous.
Mike, we know why you like her.
Okay,
you just told us. You just said it.
She's
you showed
gorgeous.
Your cards, man.
Okay, what about Dietrich?
That guy sucks.
Oh my God, I love Dietrich.
What does he do? That guy directed The Notebook.
Hey, Austin, he's got feelings too. When I just like it, he was, when Asher or when John Travolta.
He doesn't even know his name. He called him Asher. What a goof!
Oh my God, Archer! Gosh, damn it! Get off my back! When Archer. When he's got him pinned up in the police station and he's trying to get information out of him, he's looking like, screw you. And then when Archer is Castor Troy, he's like, fucking Castor Troy, and he looks right at him and he starts just telling him his whole guts, telling him his whole drug business and all that. I kind of like.
I mean, he's the best of the cronies, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
what about him kissing his sister on the mouth? Like really passionately. Did y'all notice that? It's like, what?
I don't even know if I understood it was his sister for a second.
Well, she's like, my brother, and they're like making out halfway. It's like, what? It was so weird to me.
There's some definitely, Austin, I have to agree with you about that it wasn't bad the first time when he did it to his little boy on the merry-go-round. You're like, okay, all right. That's their thing. But then when the daughter did it and he did it like 3 or 4, I was like, oh my God, come on, man. This is getting weird.
They did it twice in that final scene, didn't they? He did it to his daughter and then the new kid.
Yeah, it's like, oh, stop, please. It was just, again, I mean, the 90s, there were some weird times.
I wonder if that's like a, just like a foreign thing that just doesn't like it. Maybe that showing that affection in that way doesn't come off as weird. Maybe it's an Eras thing. I don't fucking know, but it was just weird to me.
I can promise you I never did that to my kids in the 90s.
That's good. Because it's a little too like sensual too.
It's a little odd.
It's like you're doing that to someone you're about to fucking get freaky with,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No. That's just no. I don't agree with that. But let's get back to the gist of the. This is again, Austin, action, johnwoo. I mean, that's what this cat did. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. There's no doubt. But if I had to sit back and logically go, okay, what did I think? It's Austin gave it a 3 out of 5. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. But because it's just sentimental. Again, without these two. This is one that I'd never watch again. I mean, it's just, I love it with these two. I just thought they were great.
Well, my letterbox review I got here begins with, you can't even rate this movie by general metrics. So
yeah, it's just,
that's kind of what you're getting at there.
Griffin, we've carried this. Do you have anything that you can add, or are you just going to
give us your rating, G?
I mean, my God, come on.
Really, I'm good for it. I mean,
we're entertaining, I guess, Mike. That's good.
Man, we're tearing this up. This cat is sitting there yawning, and
what are you talking about?
Like he's about to fall asleep.
Nah, I enjoyed it. I'm at the same place with you guys. It's like, man, I don't know. I do think they're phenomenal for performances from Travolta and Nick Cage.
But they're super campy too.
They're super campy. Well, that's the thing. Like, I actually was considering that for a minute. It's like, man, with just all of the facial expressions in Nick Cage, but it's like exactly what you want, though. It's like every time you see him make one of those crazy faces where and he just looks insane. It's like, that's what you want.
The first lines you hear from John Travolta, too, he's doing something to his delivery that just sounds so weird. He has this line very early. It's like, you can brand the Fourth Amendment on my butt.
Yeah, he did. He did. Well, I like you see Nick Cage get into that plane at the very beginning, and he looks like a fucking idiot, but it's Nick Cage, so you love it. You're just like, God, this is rocking. And he sits down and he's like, I'm bored. It's so stupid. And he brings the flight attendant over, the undercover cop, and he's like, I could eat a peach for hours. And it's just like, it's so stupid. But the fact he's saying it makes it good. He goes,
Griffin,
if I were to ask you to suck my tongue, would you be grateful? And I'm just like,
and Pollock is like, quirky little bastard.
And you're just watching it like, oh my God, this is
what was with the tying his shoe too? Like, what a weird little
They had a lot of little themes, man, a lot of little trinkets. I mean, I agree, though. I think one of the best parts of this movie is seeing the way that John Travolta emulates Nick Cage, his mannerisms, his way of speaking. I mean, there were so many great times. I'm like, oh my God, he's just like kind of pulling this off flawlessly. Nick Cage, as expressed by John Travolta. I loved it. Yeah. I mean, the movie is absurd. That ending boat chase / fight was absolutely off the freaking walls, alien crazy. That shit was bonkers. I mean, oh my God. I think because I do enjoy Nick Cage and John Travolta in this movie so much, I'm going to give it kind of in the middle of you guys. I'm going to go 3.5. I will argue, though, I actually did like Archer's wife, Eve. I liked her. I liked her character. I kind of saw her as just a bit, she used the word, fizzled again. I saw her as like a fizzled character. Just, she's working. She's got this, police
also
bureau husband. Oh, I didn't know. Is she in The Notebook?
Yeah, she's Rachel McAdams' mom.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's Rachel McAdams, right? That's the name.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's right. With names.
I actually did enjoy her character, and I'll talk about that more. But that's where I stand.
All right. Well, perfect, guys. Let's move on into our favorite scenes here. Mikey, I'll give you the honor since it's your pick.
All right, boys. Let's start with the scene of all scenes. The beginning of the movie, we see Nick Cage walking in as a priest, and you hear the choir, hallelujah, 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 and then is playing, and then you see Castor dance around, and he does that. Oh my God,
I love that.
It's Austin.
God,
it
awesome.
Just
quintessential Nick Cage, man.
It's oh my God, it's so Nick Cage. I mean, gosh damn, we need him on here. He should be sitting in that box right there with us. And I'm going, man, that is incredible. But he tears this scene up, and he's singing with the choir. He's talking with the girl in the choir. He turns around and he's standing behind the girl in the choir, and he's grabbing her caboose, and he's going, hallelujah. I mean, I'm just like, oh my God. He's,
yeah, you know what, man. You're either on board or off at that point, you know?
Yeah. And it is so Nick Cage, and it's so over the top. It's so funny to me. Oh God. I got to save a few of them, but my next one, guys, is you have a visitor, and Castor Troy's and he's and that's so funny how they have their metal boots on and they're frozen to the ground. You have a visitor, and in comes Sean Archer, and Griffin, you were right on, dude. I appreciate what you said, because Travolta does that craziness that Nick Cage, and he tilts that head and he takes that newspaper over his face and just kind of peeks over the top of it. And he said, woo, you're good looking. You're hot, And then he says, it's like looking in the mirror, but not. And nothing like it. And then he goes this whole thing saying how he got away. And then he says, nothing like having your face cut off to disturb your sleep. And just the look on Nick Cage's face of, oh shit, this cat's out. There's nothing I can do about it. I think, honestly, guys, those are the two big ones of the movie.
Well, that moment reminded me a lot of The Departed, in that, it's this sting operation where everyone that knows the plan is dead. And it's basically cooked. That's exactly what that felt like.
That was great, where he's talking to him. He's like, I killed them all. No one knows you're you. You're going to die in here.
Tito.
It's very, he did. Yeah. It's very Dr. Evil, honestly, how he's playing it all out. He's like, and you're going to die. It's just so funny, man. You're going to be in here another 100 years?
Yeah.
Why would they not have informed anyone at that prison that he was
so dumb.
Well, that's another thing that we have to say is just the sheer amount of
plot holes
is unbelievable. I mean, the biggest one, Castor Troy, a worldwide terrorist, #1 target, has zero security, and he's in not even a medically induced coma. So basically this guy could wake up at any point. There's not even like a night guard at this facility. He's completely unattended and is able to, that's the biggest one. Yeah. So I think this movie has a lot of like places it goes to, but it's reasonable. Like, its believability and how it gets there is just it's not even questioned. You're not supposed to question it, because if you do, you're just going to run in circles. So we're not going to do this the whole movie, of course, but another big one is just him escaping from the prison. He jumps off into the ocean in this helicopter. I guess they just called it off. It's like GTA or something. I don't know. They just quit. They said, I guess he's gone. Or maybe it's just like National Treasure, and they had someone, waiting for him, and they had that little underwater, I guess, jet that they used to get on out of there.
Maybe. The only thing I could come up with, Austin, is they thought after he jumped off of that height that he would be dead.
Yeah.
Well, that's
because
what they claimed. Remember
other than that, I mean,
the cops were saying Castor Troy's dead. And he said, bring me the body. They haven't recovered it yet. They haven't recovered it yet. It's like, oh my God. So that was good. What's your third one, Dad?
Guys, I just want to give you a line that I thought was so funny. Let's see if I can find this. I want to make sure I do this thing justice. Let's see if I can find it. Sorry. He's walking out of the prison. Sorry, I have a government job to abuse. And I have a wife to go home and F. And I don't know
make love.
Yeah. And
I'm sorry.
Just the look on his perverted, and Travolta does it with relish, guys. He just gives that look, and you honestly go, that's freaking Castor Troy in that body now. I mean, he's phenomenal. He's just phenomenal. Again, that's why I liked it. Both of them, you felt like when they were playing each other, you felt like they've got it covered, and you felt it, you believed it. I mean, although it's ludicrous, the whole story is ludicrous, but I buy it. Of course, I buy it. I love this kind of.
You know what my favorite line of the movie might be, and it's not even like delivered by either of them. It's when Archer goes, or Castor Troy and Archer goes and diffuses the bomb, and then you're hearing like the TV, and they go, 1 second before it was supposed to blow. Like he defused the bomb 1 second before it was supposed to blow. I thought that was just hilarious. Just ridiculous. Griff, give us some of your favorite scenes, partner.
Hey, my favorite scene is when Castor Troy in Travolta's body is seducing Eve. I loved that. I thought it was so awesome. It was cracking me the hell up. He drives past their house, of course, realizes it, has to, reverse, pulls down his shades. You hear a bass line go in. It's just so silly. He opens the car door and he doesn't even shut it as he's getting out, just kind of looking. And she's like, what is going on? How's my favorite peach? He's just talking all
Peach. How many times does that get used in this movie?
He's just being so nasty, and I just loved how
even when they're trying to get Travolta to like match his vocal.
Oh my God!
The sound bit that they use is of him saying peach.
I could eat a peach for hours. So that was funny as hell to me. And of course, he goes back and he starts reading her diary. Haven't had sex in 2 months. What a loser. It's just so funny. He has this candlelight dinner for her with lobster and all of this good food. He starts rubbing on her leg. It's like, yeah. And she's just eating it up. It was so awesome.
Scene in there too.
Hey, there you go. I just loved how he seduced his wife. I'm sorry. I know that's inappropriate, but I thought it was awesome, and you could tell she was getting off on it.
You see her kind of snickering as she drives off.
Oh, yeah, she loved it. So I thought that was just the coolest damn thing that he was that spiteful. He had to make lobster just to rub it in his face. Old Castor Troy. Another scene I loved. Dude, the operation is awesome. It's so silly. It's so dumb. And the confidence with which these doctors are speaking, like, I'm going to put your face onto his, and it makes sense for this reason. We're going to suction your face off and swap it. It's just so stupid, but I was eating it up just because it was so insane. We're going to shear your hair back to give you Nick Cage's balding-ass hairline.
Yeah, and then while his face is off, they're shaving his head, so there's hair all on it underneath that face. And he gets itchy later. You know why? It's because there's a bunch of hair particles underneath the face they just sewed on him. I thought the effects were really well done.
Yeah.
For 97, I don't know what the effects were like. But it did seem pretty legit.
They were moving that face around. It looked really good. Another thing about this movie is like how it goes very far into the future in some instances, but otherwise it's just very 1997. Obviously this operation is still not possible. This is incredibly futuristic. That prison is very like dystopian-like and futuristic. So
for sure,
it's like the tones were a little strange.
And didn't know what it was doing a little bit.
Sure.
Well, and guys, the prison scene, if you remember when he's out on the very top and he's looking around and he's out in the ocean.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's an oil.
That's called Escape Plan with Sylvester Stallone. Oh. I mean, we've seen that movie, and the whole time I went back and I checked to see if Woo did that movie too, but he did not. But I kept going, oh my God.
Well, God, and they're going to shock his monkey. I mean, talk about unrealistic, how that guy is just literally getting his brain splattered as they're shocking him and he's puking on himself. All of a sudden, they're putting up our boy Nick Cage, Sean Archer at the time, and he somehow gets this guy to wake up and then start beating on the guards so he can make this big escape. I mean, what a crazy damn thing to begin with. But
what a poorly ran prison as a whole.
Oh my God.
They
just allow them to fight. They let them just beat up on guards and then just give them a cigarette to smoke. It's like, what are their ethics or what are their reasons?
It is silly. Well, and they stole that line from Shawshank too at the beginning when they're introducing your ass is mine for real. And I was like, you jack-offs. I mean, literally just took that straight from Shawshank. But my last favorite scene, I don't think you can go without mentioning the boat chase. And Dad, what were those boats that they were racing or chasing with?
They were scarabs, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are scarabs.
That one was really sweet. Talk about the guy who got shot off the boat, by the way. He flies back like 6 feet, like, boom! It looks like he hit a damn parachute or something.
For two guys who really want to switch each other's faces, they really don't care about shooting at each other's faces, do they?
Not at all.
No,
Man,
not at all.
Well, that boat scene was freaking crazy. The whole damn movie, and we talked about this, Austin. I mean, the special effects were epic. It was such an 80s, 90s movie because everything's just big freaking explosions. Even when it doesn't make sense, like they start shooting a few tanks, all of a sudden this damn houseboat or whatever just blows up into this giant freaking explosion. They end up firing on the police boat, killing all these dudes with machine guns. They fly right through that police boat. I mean, it's just insane. The whole time they start fighting with an anchor as this boat's going like 60 miles per hour down the damn waterway. I mean, talk about freaking bonkers. Then they get catapulted off the damn thing, probably fly 30 feet and wake up on this beach and they're still fighting and he harpoons his ass. I mean, how crazy can it get, man? And, of course, then Travolta starts cutting his own face off, and it's like, what the hell, man?
And singing that song that he has, The Big Ride, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many just little things like that. Another one was just Travolta's scar that he needed as a keepsake for his kid.
And then at the end, I don't need it anymore. And he's speaking in his own voice again. And it's like, oh, my God, this is just too much. But
yeah, that was... It is packed full of just little shit like that. It's like, wow, guys, you just got to pick one of those things and really make it effective. Yeah. But they just threw the fucking bag at you.
Yeah, they kitchen sinked it. But I mean, what you got, Austin?
I mean, most of mine have already been taken, but I do have a couple that have not been mentioned. Nice. Obviously, I love the Castor Troy entrance, him in the priest outfit. That is iconic. The final boat scene is awesome. And the shootout, there's goddamn fucking doves in this scene.
Yeah. Hey, talk about Peaches. What about when he has that assistant or whatever in the office talking to him, literally says, your wife's on the line. He goes, okay, tell the president to hold. I'm talking to my wife. And then he just grabs her ass.
Grab ass.
And he does that same... looking so fucking awesome. He's like,
just shameless.
How does he get a path? I mean,
and she loves it. She just, I mean,
you know what that tells me? It means that Archer was doing that even before they switched places.
Oh, God. I'm sorry to interrupt, Justin. I just thought that was too funny, man.
No, you're good. No worries. Love when Castor shows up as Archer at the prison. But the two that haven't been mentioned, I love when Archer as Castor goes to prison and that fight that he has when he first shows up. That scene is great,
That's
man.
A good fight.
And Pollux is kind of questioning him a bit.
I'm Castor Troy.
And you see this like reserved, like, yeah, he's got to get into character. He doesn't pull it off very well, right?
No.
And he has that fight with Dubov. One of the funniest parts of that is Dubov's already, he's had his ass kicked. He's on the table, leaned over, and he just kicks him in the nuts from behind. He just kicks him square in the fucking nuts. Just
Yeah.
So I love that when he first shows up, that fight that gets everyone going, and that prison's just kind of an interesting place to begin with. These magnetic boots that they have, which actually kind of makes a lot of sense for a prison that you'd want to do something like that. Kind of an interesting concept. But another one, the whole shootout and Dietrich scene at the penthouse, and he gets drugged up. I want to take his face.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was so good. His face.
No more drugs for that guy.
His face.
Dietrich.
Off. I mean, how great does Nick Cage pull that scene off, though? I want to take his face off. I mean, it's so awesome, man.
It's incredible.
Yeah, we give you a hard time for being, Father of the Year or not being Father of the Year. Sasha is definitely not Mother of the Year.
She's not Mother of the Year.
She's like, oh, if they even know that I'm around Castor Troy, they're going to take my kid. Well, you're with these other assholes too. And you got guns just laying out on your bed. Your kid just picks them up like they're toys and you throw them back onto the bed. You don't even put them away.
Oh, Dad, what are Castor Troy's guns, those golden guns?
Griffin, those are Springfields. Those are 1911 Springfields. I looked it up. Because I was interested to see if they were. I was thinking they were the STIs back in the 90s. They weren't. They were Springfields, and they were custom.
It was pretty badass how they would just lay that out for him.
I like that guns, they open that box up and he's got chiclets and everything in there. He's got his
couple
guns
joints, pills,
yeah,
all of it. No, that kind of scene's good there. It's good. Let's say, I don't know if I'm going to say that, but it was a lot of explosions in that one. Blasting glass, the FBI raid.
Oh, yeah.
The FBI doesn't really care if a kid's involved or around. They're shooting like crazy. And I don't think Sasha cares that much either. She's like, oh, take him. And she starts running and spraying herself, So utter insanity. That's just another example of it. So those are a couple of mine there. Let's move on now to our character categories, fellas. And once again, we'll start with you, Mikey.
All right, guys. My favorite character of the movie was Nick Cage playing John Travolta and John Travolta playing Nick Cage. I mean, those guys, I loved it. I love that how they could
What's your one, Mike?
You know what? I mean, Nick Cage is my guy, and I'm going to leave that for you guys. I think Travolta was absolutely phenomenal in this movie.
Well,
I'm going to go with John Travolta.
We'll just say Castor Troy. It's the character.
You like Castor Troy?
Troy.
Castor Troy is that guy. The thing is, we're talking all this crazy shit that he did. He gets on the plane. He tells that girl, about sucking his tongue. And she looks like, well, hell yeah, and starts sucking his tongue. It was just...
when he shoots her name's Winters. He shoots her on the plane. This one of yours, Archer? He makes this fucking... It just blasts her.
After he'd already sucked her tongue. I remember seeing that in the movies, the theater, and going, what the hell just happened? It was so, like you guys are describing, it was so over the top. And it was so, let's call it, for lack of better, it was a little kinky. And you go, oh my God, this dude is nuts. Yeah. And Pollux, his brother, was a perv. It's like,
motherfucker can't even tie his own damn shoes.
He's over there watching him. And I thought of planes, trains, and automobiles. You got busted, it was just kind of silly.
He's a watcher.
No, by far, Austin, you were absolutely right. Castor Troy is my dude. My sixth man of this movie is Dietrich. I just love Dietrich. I love when he says, Castor fucking Troy. And then you all already hit it when he says no more drugs for that man after Castor tells him that he wants to take Archer's face. off, and you got to remember just how crazy it was, because he is walking in, all of these guys and gals that he's been trying to arrest and he's been chasing for years are in the same room. And just that, how Nicolas Cage's, his eyes are like, what the hell? And then they drug him. He's out of his mind on drugs. It just absolutely crazy. My sad sack of the movie was Dubov.
Oh, yeah, well.
Yeah. When you find out why he was so pissed off at Castor.
God, now that was so stupid too. Say it, Dad.
He said, Pollux looked, he goes, why was he so mad at me? He goes, you had a sex sandwich with his wife and his sister when he was sent to prison.
The day he was sent to prison.
The guy was a sad sack. Then he helps Archer, Castor Troy, out of the prison, but ends up falling to his demise. You're going, what a sack, man.
I mean, he's getting used, like he's literally like babying him, like, no, stop, fight, no. And it's like, oh my God, this is so stupid. But he used him. Yeah, he used him to get out.
But let's say this, Griff, it worked. Because he got exactly what he needed.
Not for Dubov.
No, Dubov is...
he fell about 30 feet down.
He gone.
Sorry, bruh.
Oh, Griffin matched that, buddy.
Well, man, it's really hard because the thing is, Castor Troy is just so obviously the best character in this movie. I mean,
no doubt.
Sean Archer's about as much of a stick in the mud as he can be in a lot of ways. He is a badass. I mean, all of them, both of those dudes could shoot some guns, and they had some moves. I mean, their shootout scenes were pretty fun, pretty awesome. Let's talk about, too, how in the very beginning, when they're both in that hangar, freaking Castor Troy, Nick Cage, gets shot. He gets pushed into a freaking air jet that blows him against the back of the wall. I mean, how freaking crazy was that, man? The whole damn movie. But, I mean, they both are BAs in that way. But Castor Troy's the best character of this movie. I loved getting to see where Castor Troy in Travolta's body is kind of having his big, like, Wolf of Wall Street success moments, and it's just showing him in the office like, hey, oh, just taking in all of this glory. And, I mean, I thought that was fun, but, God, I mean, that character just rocks, Castor Troy. Would it be fair for me to say that Eve is a six-man, or is she two main course to?
I think everyone. I think
everyone other than Cage. Yes.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
She's my six-man for sure. I thought she had a delicate way about her, and I don't know. I kind of saw a lot of good in her, and I ended up really enjoying their relationship by the end of it. And I just thought she was sweet. And again, I kind of liked how she was just suddenly getting turned on by all the nasty shit that Castor Troy was saying. I was like, yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, one of the most believable things that you might call a plot hole is that she didn't know it was Castor Troy behind her instead of her husband because...
Hey, well, it had been 2 months. It might have been too long.
Well, that's what I mean. It might have been a little bit believable there, you know.
Hey, well,
what a plot hole if you might.
I thought it was kind of weird how she kissed at the end. I mean, maybe it's not weird, but she kissed Nick Cage's face, Castor Troy's face. You know what I mean? When, like, she knew it was her husband, but she kissed his face when he was Castor Troy. I was like, that's a little weird.
Very weird.
I don't know. That felt strange to me. My sad sack is that freaking doctor, man. So that doctor, you know, we got it all covered.
Dr. Malcolm Walsh.
Yeah, Malcolm Walsh. He got awoken from a slumber, dragged down to the operating room in his freaking scrubs just to perform that intense-ass operation, just to get lit on fire while alive at the end of it all. I mean, man. And that was an awesome scene, too, where Castor Troy is walking over with his face off. Bravo! Nice work.
And they
walks
just kind of
over.
Flash to it briefly.
Yeah, walks over to old Malcolm. I need you to do something for me. What's that going to be? Take one guess. God, that was awesome. But yeah, Malcolm is my sad sack. He was so confident. Next thing you knew, he got tied up and burned alive in his own OR. So, I mean, how about that?
Yeah.
That's burning alive. That's a pretty sure bet for a sad sack. I'll give you that.
What you got, Oz?
My favorite is Castor Troy. Nothing else to be said there. My sixth man, Ivan Dubov.
Dubov!
I liked that cat. I really did. He did something for me, and he played a role in it, too. He had the six-man kind of role. My sad sack, Ivan Dubov. Double up there because, he gets his monkey shocked. He gets, Castor Troy, did him real dirty. But in the end, I guess he helped out who he thought. Why would he have? I mean, that makes no sense. Out, But he doesn't even get to escape. He just dies in that just terrible prison. So Dubov is one hell of a sack, and he's also a great six man. So those are my picks there.
There you go. No love for Pollux?
No love. He didn't get any love, did he? Pollux. I mean, he's fine. He's all right. He's just kind of a very offbeat character for sure.
He's just so strange and I don't know. Like, it's not like you're sad when he falls through the ceiling and plummets to his death. You're just kind of like, okay, good.
I mean, and a funny line was when it wasn't funny, but when I guess the policeman looks at him and says, hey, are you crying? It's just Pollux Troy, and he's like, poof, and shoots him right in the head. Yeah. You're like,
he did crack him in the head, man.
Golly. Yeah, it's just Pollux Troy. Who cares,
Yep. So let's move on to our final one, fellas. Themes and things.
As I got this one. All right, let's start with Peaches.
Yeah, there you go.
The whole time, guys, you all talked about the doves, but the doves, I kept thinking the whole time, when doves fly, bum, bum, I'm singing Prince the whole time.
Doves fly?
When doing doves fly, when they're flying all over that church, I kept thinking, oh my God, I loved it. I thought it was really cool. It just kind of the slow motion and those doves flying all around it. You knew they were just going to get bad. How about a biblical plague?
Hello.
How about religion? How about a scar? How about hairy chest everywhere?
Yeah, there were a lot of hairy chests.
Prison Break, escape plan used the scene from the movie. I pointed that out already. And of course, the eternal battle between good and evil.
There you go. Sinners versus, what is it? Sinners versus
saints.
That's it.
Nice.
Gosh.
Was that what they were really trying to get at? Was that supposed to be the big theme that you're supposed to get hit with heavily? I think it's just too action based and surface level for it to ever really dig that deep, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of religious references in this.
Well, to start,
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Again, it's a John Woo. I mean, the guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't he do some John Wick movies? Is that John Woo, Austin?
That'd be awesome.
Let's see here. Well, I mean, there's just.
I'm pretty certain he does.
Not John Wick, but I think they're pretty derivative. Everything's just a shoot 'em up.
Yeah, I mean everything he does is like that, and it's just nonstop balls out action.
Yeah. I have
guys. There was. Go ahead, Griff.
I have three themes: action, John Travolta, Nick Cage. Those are my themes.
That's great. I've touched all of mine as we've gone through it, but just utter insanity. Grab ass. 90s action, shoot 'em up. Unintentionally hilarious. Well, I don't know if it's actually that unintentionally hilarious. But, you laugh at this movie and you laugh with it,
For sure.
That's good, kind of the thing. So our final one really doesn't make a lot of sense in this.
Well, sure it does, Austin. Who would Nick Cage play? He would play Sean Archer. That's exactly who he would play.
Yeah. Is this movie better with Nicolas Cage?
Hell
yes. This movie doesn't exist without Nicolas Cage. So how about that? That's our hammer for this one. Shit. That's it, man. This is a fun one. Face Off. Like I said, I had only seen this movie Face Off. It's always great when they literally say the name of the movie in the movie. That's people love to give that shit. So man, it was fun to see it again. What an insane movie. Another one that probably doesn't get made today.
Well,
because
Dad, something Austin did. He texted me earlier this week. He said, Griffin, when was the last time you watched Face Off? I said, probably 15 years ago. He said, you're in for it, man. God, it was
guys,
awesome.
I know, and I even say it's ludicrous. I mean, it's ludicrous as hell. But guys, there's so many one-liners that you go, gosh, that's funny as hell. Hey,
I would say this movie's a comedy, right?
It is in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it is. You see, we didn't talk about the music in it. I think the score is great. You just every action scene with that boom kang going in the background, the slow
Bing,
motion,
pow.
Bing pow. Papa's got a brand new bag. You see the little boy with Adam with his headphones on, and they're somewhere over the rainbow.
Get John Travolta to make fun of his chin.
Oh yeah, that is great. He said that chin is ridiculous. That was great.
I'm the only Troy with the looks now. Yeah, touche. I like that part too.
Jeez, Hans Zimmer was the fucking music producer on this.
That's
when he asked his daughter, Jamie, hey, do you have any protection? You mean a condom? He says, no, like protection. And then a switchblade, and you're like, oh, God.
It turns out to be his demise to an extent.
It did. You just kind of knew that'd come back and bite him. Oh, gosh, what a great one, boys.
What would you give this one on a coffee or wine?
This gotta be wine, man.
You're gonna need something strong.
It's gotta be wine. You need some strong alcohol in this.
Maybe some prison juice.
Austin, I think this is kind of like what we saw yesterday. Shelter. It's bang bang shoot 'em up movie. But again, if that's your bag and it is my bag, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love these characters. You're gonna love the performances these two put on, which of course I did. I semi agree with you. I think the other characters just kind of get washed out. Joan Allen's a phenomenal actress. Pollux Troy is a lead in a lot of the shows. Look him up. You won't believe everything that cat's been in. Gina Gershon, I mean, she's been leads in movies. She was in Cocktail, I think, or one of them with Tom Cruise back in the day. So she was a big thing.
You always say these movies that I don't think anyone knows.
That's great, though. I know Cocktail. That was from forever ago. That's awesome.
I'm looking at Alessandro Nivola, the biggest movie I can see. He was in Jurassic Park 3.
Look at his face.
No, he's been in some of the series. I just looked him up. He's doing a lot. I think Netflix, he's like one of the leads. Like I said, he was the big deal in the new JFK.
He looks a lot better than, what he looked like in this movie.
Yeah, he looks a little wormy in that one. Well, and that was his character. That's what they wanted him to look like.
That's right. Well, guys, I think we put an end to this one. What we got up next is our something new for you folks back home, something we're trying out with one of our monthly episodes. We're going to try to do, it's probably going to be like a draft kind of thing, or maybe a TV show thrown in between there in here as well, like where we'll do like a whole season for our 4th episode of the month. But this month, it's going to be a 2025 movie draft between us. So I'm hoping my comrades here have watched enough movies for this to be a productive episode next time around. But we're going to be our 2025 movie draft. In terms of the order, I guess we haven't established that yet, but I'm going to let you guys get your first picks, whether that be Mike or Griffin. Maybe I'll flip a coin for you guys and see which one of you are going to go first with the draft, because we'll do a serpentine draft, so it'll go whoever's first, second, third, and then the third person will go 2 times in a row and then send it back down the order. And we'll do that for 5 rounds. We'll pick and we'll post that out to you guys as well. We're getting some different kinds of content on the social media page. So I hope you're enjoying our character categories we're sending out there. And, soon after that, we're going to be on into we'll be into March, man. So
well, think about this. This is my last episode for the rest of this month that is going to be filmed in Kentucky. Every episode from this point, I guess it's filmed this month, I'm going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Viva Las Vegas. We got to get working on our March kind of calendar and schedule. I don't think there's anything too big on the new movie front, so we'll probably be sticking with some rewatchable movies here.
That'll work.
Well, all right, guys, say your goodbyes, and we'll get on out of here.
You know what it is, guys. Purple Podcast, rocking, face-off, Nick Cage, baby. John Travolta, Nick Cage, baby. Man, I think that we are in our bag. We are working. I thought that we smacked this one. This was a very fun one to review. So let's keep on rolling, boys. Let's get into this draft, and let's keep having fun. Purple Podcast all the way.
Clinkies.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, guys, we finally got one in on Nick Cage. I'm thrilled that we did it. Yeah, we did National Trip, but it's been a while. I mean, it's been a while since.
Been too long.
Yeah, it's been way too long. Got to get a Nick Cage one. So for those of you out there that have listened all along with us, I hope you enjoyed this as well as we did. Please give us some feedback if there's movies that we're missing that you guys would love for us to review. We would love to do it for you. So please give us some feedback. I've had some friends throw a few out there to me that I'll be talking to the guys about. So please, feedback is great. We love it.
Very good. We got some new Nick Cage coming. May 27th is when Spider Noir will be coming out.
Oh, wow.
So we'll probably get that one in June at some point, probably with our one-off episode is my idea. We do that whole season in maybe the last episode of June is kind of the thought. So Nick Cage will be back if we don't have him on prior to then in some kind of movie, some kind of way. But guys, thank you very much for listening. If you've listened all the way through, it means the world to us. We really do appreciate it. We'll be talking to you soon, of course. We love you guys. Be good. And bye-bye.
Frozone. There it is. Woo! Pow.
Bing, pow.
That's awesome.